Did you know that when someone comes to your Instagram feed, you only have about 3 seconds to really grab their attention and get them to click follow? Otherwise, they're heading somewhere else. So how can you create an Instagram bio that is going to draw in your ideal audience and have them clicking follow every single time? Hey guys, I'm Kendra Swalls from Girl Means Business, and today we are breaking down your Instagram bio to craft the perfect landing spot so that when your ideal audience finds your Instagram page, they can't click follow fast enough and they are so excited to learn more about you, to get to know you better, and to eventually become your client. So let's get to it. All right, the first part of your bio we want to talk about is your account name. Now, a question I get asked a lot is, should my account be named after my business or myself? So let's talk about both options. Naming it after yourself. If you plan to create a personal brand, that means one where you are the sole focus of the brand, then having your name as your account name is going to be the best option for you. If you are planning to create a brand around your business name, allows you to have a team of people. So if one day I am the CEO of my company, but I have other people underneath me, it's not just my name that they're representing, it is the name of the company. So how you structure your business, the type of business you have, whether you're an influencer or you're creating products to sell, these are all going to help determine the type of name that you name your account. Now, the second part is, how do you create a name that people will easily remember? So there's a couple of key factors here. I want you to think about when you are saying the name of your account on a podcast episode, on a video training or a video call, or out just talking to somebody face to face, is the name of your account going to be easy to remember and going to be something they can easily search for? My account name is Girl Means Business. When I tell people to search for Girl Means Business, there's really no messing that up. It's not spelled any weird way. It's all simple. Girl Means Business. However, if I had said my account name is girl_means!business 247, nobody's going to remember that. And it's going to be really hard for them to search for that. So you want to keep your account easy to search for, easy to remember, and easy to say. And then the third part of this is you want your Instagram handle to be searchable. There are several parts of your Instagram bio that are searchable. So what searchable means is that when someone goes into Instagram and they type in the search bar Sarah Smith, Instagram is looking at your account name and a couple other key parts of your bio that we'll get to, but your Instagram handle is a big part of what it's searching. So if the keyword they're searching for is in your Instagram handle, you're going to come up a little bit higher on that list. So choose an Instagram handle that fits the type of business that you have. Make sure it's easy to say, easy to remember, and make sure that it is searchable based on what your audience is going to be searching for. All right, the second part of having a great Instagram bio comes down to your profile photo, that little circle with your pretty face in it in the corner of your feed. This is going to be the image that people connect with and relate to as being your brand. So when they see it pop up in their stories or on their feed, you want it to be recognizable. So there's a couple of things that can help make it really recognizable. Now, the first one is the debate between, do you put a photo versus a logo? I am of the belief that the more often you can put a photo of yourself out there, the more connection you're going to make. People don't build personal connections with a logo. They build personal connections with the face behind the brand. So if you are creating a small business, if you're a solopreneur, I highly recommend that you put your face as your profile photo on your Instagram account. All right, so now that we've agreed that we're putting our faces out there, let's talk about how to create a great profile photo. First things first, it needs to be a clear image. You need to have a really well done headshot. That doesn't mean you have to go and pay a professional photographer to take a photo for you. You can get great photos just using your iPhone. However, it needs to be clear and it needs to be well lit. Most of the time, this is the first time they're putting a face to the brand. So you want that face to be your best foot forward, or your best face forward in this case. So having a really well done, clear, well lit, bright photo of yourself is going to be really, really key here. The second thing is you want it to really pop and stand out. So one of my favorite things to do, and this is one of my favorite tools, is to go into Canva, pull in my photo that I plan to use for my profile photo, and then I use a little tool called the background remover. So that whether I took the photo on a completely crazy background, the photo you see in my profile photo right now was taken against a gray backdrop wall at a studio where I was shooting it. I didn't want a gray background for my photo on Instagram because that doesn't stand out. It doesn't pop. It doesn't grab attention. So I pulled it into Canva. I used the background remover tool, got rid of the background completely, and then changed the background behind me in my little photo to one of my brand colors, kind of that teal green color that I really like. And that helps it to pop. So I'm already in my photo wearing a shirt that is one of my brand colors. Now the background on my photo matches my brand. It's a bright color. It's going to stand out. And people are going to see that teal and orange combination in their stories and in their feed. And they're immediately going to know that that is me. That is my brand. I love seeing people do this with pinks and yellows and blues. Anything that really pops and helps you to stand out, helps you to get noticed. The last thing when it comes to creating a great profile photo is I want to be able to see your face. I want to be able to look into your eyes. I see a lot of people who create these profile photos and they've taken them in these gorgeous settings with mountains and lakes and islands are behind them, all the things, and it's beautiful, but I can't see who you are as a person. You're just a little dot in that photo. When you think about your Instagram feed, it is one small little circle that you have space to put yourself into. So the best photos, the profile photos that really get the most attention and that people connect with the most are the ones where you are showing yourself really close up, looking into the camera, smiling or laughing or smirking, but you are able to kind of make eye contact with the person looking at your profile photo. Those are the ones that just statistically are proven to have better connection. So get comfortable with being in front of the camera, find a photo that you really love, and zoom in a little bit so that you are filling up the majority of that circle so that people can get to know you as the person behind your brand. All right, the third part to having a great bio is the title line. This is that bolded line at the top of your bio. And this is a really important line in your bio because it is searchable. This is what, when people go into Instagram and they search for, this line of your bio is going to help us to get discovered. So we want to be using keywords that our audience is looking for. This is also kind of like the name you would put on like a nameplate on your desk. What is the title? What is it that you do? What is the title that you give yourself? Now, here are a couple of mistakes I see people making. Number one, if your personal name is in your account name, so if your account is I'm Sarah Smith, and then in your title line you put Sarah Smith, it's too repetitive and you're wasting characters that you can have because that title line is limited to a set number of characters. So you want to be strategic in how you are using that title line. So if your personal name is in your account name, you do not need it in your title as well. However, on the flip side, if your account name is Girl Means Business or your business name, in my case, Girl Means Business, then you need to put your personal name in your title line because again, people who are going to meet me, they may meet me and remember Kendra, but they may not remember Girl Means Business. So if they go search for Kendra, because my name is in my title line, I will still come up because that line is searchable. The second mistake I see people making is they use the title line to be too creative. Again, this is a searchable line. I know I keep saying that. I'm so sorry, but it's important to know because it's valuable space. So you want to use words that people are actually searching for. So if you're trying to be too fluffy and too creative and you're not using words people are actually searching for, nobody's going to find you. All right, part 4 is all of the other text in your bio. This is where you get to have a little more fun telling people how you can help them, what you do, how you serve them. Now, this is where it's going to ruffle a little feathers, and I'm sorry, but I have to say this. Nobody cares that you're a coffee lover or that you're a dog mom or that you're a boy mom or a girl mom or a wife of somebody else. Those are not things that are going to be relevant to your business. They're important to who you are as a person, and you can share all of those things in your feed, in your stories, when people get to know you as a person. But when they're coming to your bio, when they're coming to your Instagram page, they're there to go, what's in this for me? How is this account going to serve me? That's what's going to be the deciding factor and whether they click follow or not. So you have to use that bio space to really connect with them and go, this is how I can benefit you. This is how I can help you. So in that bio space, and yes, you can have fun with it, but you have some limitations here. You are limited on character space, so you have to be a little bit crafty and creative. But you want to start with what it is that you do and who you serve. So for example, on my bio, I talk about how I help mompreneurs with business and marketing resources so they can feel less overwhelmed and more successful. And I've worded that in multiple different ways over the years, but it's always been the same message. Who do I help? Mompreneurs. How do I help them? I provide them with business and marketing resources so that they can build a business without the overwhelm, without the stress, without the chaos. So your bio needs to do three things. It needs to tell the people, who is this account for? What does this account do? And what kind of results are they going to get? So if you look at my bio, you'll see that it's clear that I help mompreneurs by providing them with business and marketing resources so that they can feel less overwhelmed and alone in their business. And I've worded this in a variety of ways over the years, but it all comes back to the same message. Who do I help? How do I help them? What result are they going to get? So that when someone lands on my feed, they can clearly tell, is this account for me? Is it going to benefit me in some way? Beyond that, if you still have space available, you can add in things like your credentials, your certifications. I talk about being a podcast host. So I used to have in there that I was a former teacher because I had a lot of teachers coming in that wanted to follow me to learn how to build their business to leave their teaching career. So you can kind of tweak it. Again, this is the beauty of this bio, is it's not written in stone. You can go back and change it as you evolve, as you kind of curate and find keywords and things that people are really going to connect with and resonate with. A couple of things to avoid in this bio text. One is the overuse of emojis. I love a great emoji. It's a great way to kind of bullet point things in your bio. It's a great way to highlight certain things, but the overuse of emojis is a little too much. It's distracting. It's chaotic. The second thing kind of along those terms is don't use fancy fonts. I know there are all kinds of websites out there that you can download these fancy fonts. They are hard to read and they are not searchable. So it's hard for Instagram to search those because they're kind of being imported as an image more so than a text. And so Instagram can't search that. So if you're putting your keywords in these fancy fonts that are hard to read and they're not searchable, it's not benefiting your bio in any way. And the third thing is hashtags. Do not put hashtags into your bio for a couple reasons. One, they're distracting. And two is if someone clicks on that hashtag and it's not a branded hashtag that is specific to your brand, your business, it's going to take them off somewhere else. And now you're sending them away from your bio before they ever hit follow. Last but not least, let's talk about the link in your bio. This is, again, valuable space. I know I keep saying this, but it is really, really valuable space because this is where you take people from a follower to being more than a follower, whether that is getting on your email list, being a client, learning more about you. That link is key to getting people off of Instagram and into your world. So a couple of things with this link. You only get one link, so you have to make that one link really, really count. I am a big fan of having a link page. Now, I know that there are lots of companies out there like Linktree and even Canva that will create a link page for you that's super simple and easy, and it links to multiple things. That's what a link page is it's you have one link in your bio, but when they click on it, it opens up a page where there's multiple links. So you can have links to your lead magnet, your website, a contact form, any special offers you're running, things like that. I highly recommend that you actually create a link page on your personal website. Don't send that traffic and SEO to somebody else. Send it to your own website. It's super easy to create. You can have a web designer create it for you. You can buy a template to put onto your website, but you want to drive people back to your own website where you have links to your own content. And last, final tip here with this link, do not put too many links on your link page. My rule of thumb is no more than 5 links on your link page. I've gone to some pages where I scroll and scroll and scroll, and there's too much, and a confused mind does not take action. So you want to make sure you're simplifying it so that your audience has a limited number of options they can take, but those are the options that you want them to take. All right, so really quickly, let's run down the things that will create a great bio. Starting with one is your Instagram handle, making sure that it is in alignment with your brand, your business, and that it's something easy for people to remember, recognize, and search for. Number 2 is your profile photo. You want to make sure you have a photo that is clear and professional and close up so people can see your beautiful face in that little small circle of your profile photo. Number 3 was that title, that bold line, using keywords that people are going to be searching for so that you show up in those searches on Instagram. The next thing was your bio text, making sure that text in your bio is clear on who you serve, how you serve them, and the results they're going to get from working with you or following you. And then lastly is that link in your bio, utilizing that space and sending people to a link list on your actual website so that you are getting all that traffic and that SEO, and using links that are relevant to what your audience is going to be needing access to, whether it's a lead magnet, a special offer, your contact page, things like that, and keeping that link list really simplified so that people are not confused on what they need to be clicking on. All right, so that is how you create a irresistible Instagram bio. I cannot wait to see this in action. Let me know in the comments if you have questions or if you have parts of your bio that you need more clarification on. I'm happy to respond to you down in those comments, and I cannot wait to see you over on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe here on YouTube so that when new videos come out, you are notified and you have access to those right away. And I will see you around on the internet. Bye, guys.